What's up, everyone? Dr. Tony Crone back for Wellness Wednesday, episode number 27. Today we are getting into ACL injuries. Okay, so basketball season has started. First games were last night, I believe, and more are coming. Okay, so why I'm talking ACLs is because basketball is one of the #1 sports where ACL injuries occur, specifically females, girls basketball. That's one of the most common. Okay, but before that, I just want to kind of highlight the wraparound closet that we're still going on through the end of November. So if you have anything laying around that you want to donate to the foster families, drop it off at the office or up at Church of the City. Then the last thing is, as holiday seasons come up, end of the year is coming by fast. Just want to remind you guys, like, if you've hit your deductible, get on in here, see us. The schedule's filling up, so make sure you can get in before the holidays so you can take advantage of those your insurance benefits if you've hit your deductible. But with that, we're going to hop into our topic with ACL injuries. So kind of the most common things that you want to think about is non-contact is more common than contact. Okay, doesn't mean that contact doesn't happen when someone takes out your knee, anything like that, but non-contact is mainly the issue you're going to see with that. And then, like I said earlier, females. Okay, the reason why females are more predisposed is they have a posterior weight bear, which tends to shift everything backwards and having them lock out their knee. Okay, so the ACL attaches from the front of the shin bone to the back of the knee. So if you go into that hyperextension, it stretches or puts tension on that ligament. So repetitive standing like that, strain can cause that ligament to break down. And then when you add in things like jumping, landing, those non-contact injuries, with the lack of stability, that causes the knee to rotate or valgus collapse in. Okay, so a lot of these injuries can be prevented, not 100%. Now there's things that we can't control, but the best way that we can get that good control of the knee or that support is to make sure our hips are in play and working really well. Okay, so the knee, a lot of those knee injuries, knee complaints, we look up and down the chain at the foot to make sure we have a good base support and then good functioning of the glute. Okay, so that glute maximus muscle, that really big meaty muscle, the lower fibers control knee inward or this internal rotation of the leg. Okay, so if we can build up that glute function to keep the knee in line as we're going through those non-contact motions, then we can prevent some of those injuries. Okay, so what we're going to do to train that is things to build up that glute strength. So a couple of my favorite exercises that I give are just monster walks, sumo walks, anything with resistance bands around the knee. It's because what that resistance band is going to do is it's going to want to pull your knees inward, whereas you got to maintain this pressure outward to keep them from driving in. So even just holding there, you're going to feel the glutes kick in. Okay, then you can add in just different movements, walking back and forth, side to side, anything that you want to do to where you start to feel that burn and activation of the glute muscle. Okay, what's also nice with the band and what makes it a little bit harder is if you throw it around the feet. Okay, so I talked about a really good base support with the foot, having good arch awareness, those intrinsic foot muscles. Okay, so if you provide that resistance out, that band is going to want to pull the foot in. Notice my knees come in and the foot flattens. So if you keep that good arch support with that resistance outward into the band and maintain that, you're still getting the good glute activation, but you're also going to start to feel the bottom of the foot. Okay, so in summary, like I said, ACL injuries more common with non-contact, such as jumping, landing, pivoting, those type of motions that commonly occur with basketball, volleyball, football, soccer, also skiing. Okay, then males definitely have these injuries too, but females are more predisposed because of their posterior center of gravity line, but also they tend to just be more hypermobile. So they have that ligament laxity or that instability there. So that's why we hammer home these different exercises to build up the glute strength, which will help control the knee. So if you've experienced any knee injuries, whether it's ACL tear or just a strain of that ligament, a sprain of that ligament, we're able to help you out in here with laser, dry needling, anything to calm down that inflammation. But then there's a time and place if you do tear it that surgery is necessary. Okay, so build up the strength in the glutes, have good arch support, protect the knees. All right, see you everyone, have a really good one.